Hey, this is J Lynn Warner, Upper Deck sketch card artist, and you're listening to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast with Ian and Norin. Happy collecting.
Hello everybody, my name is Ian Taylor and welcome to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast, brought to you by the Marvel Cards Fan Collective, an awesome community of card collectors and creators. You can find our two groups on Facebook, details of which are at the end of this podcast, so come check us out. With me as always is my co-pilot in all things Marvel cards. If he was reincarnated as a pizza, he'd have extra sauce. It's Norin Rad.
You are never going to run out of these.
Well, I tried to make them relevant and topical. It's relevant and topical because as we record, it's Friday evening and I've eaten all the pizza.
There you go. Perfect.
I have a food baby, the likes of which, I mean, seriously, it might be twins. It might be twins.
I say that too, but I'm just fat.
See, the food belly always stays there. It
doesn't require to be fed.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that wavelength as well. How are you, buddy?
You don't get a body like this unless you've been working on it for years, and destroying it. I'm good. I am looking at the anime stuff, looking at it sell on eBay, checking out other things, and thinking about what to do next with my collection. And I've been really interested in what's been going on in the whole Magic the Gathering Pokemon realm that's been happening in our card community recently. With
my goodness.
Yeah, with the guy. Oh, what's his name? Something Paul. That kind of guy. Where he, that kind of guy. Or whatever.
You know, we always call people Steve when we can't remember their names.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's, purchased a first edition Pokemon box for an exuberant amount of money and sold the packs and did a live box opening. So now everyone in the Pokemon world is in this frenzy. Have you heard about this yet?
No.
Yes. So right now there's this very big boom for Pokemon cards, especially first edition Pokemon cards that are graded 9s, 10s, shadowless, all this great stuff. And there's a very big boom now, and a lot of people are buying them up, or, some are holding them, some are selling them. Boxes are selling. People are trying to get boxes and opening packs for the YouTube content or Instagram content. So it's been quite a big rush in viewership, and a lot of people are jumping into both Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, and a little bit for Marvel cards, funny enough. So, yeah, I think there's some really crazy things happening on the collector side of the world right now.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that. I wasn't going to talk about that tonight, but we will now, because I've been reading a lot recently about the fact that just generally card collecting in 2020 since COVID is having a boom on all fronts. And I mean on all fronts, as in, I've seen people videoing queues at Target and Walmart when the sports product is put on the shelves and people just grabbing armfuls of the stuff. There are, the manufacturers have caught on, prices are going up. Some of the sports card boxes are getting pretty tasty now, even the kind of middle of the road products.
Wow.
So it's absolutely a boom in the last 6 to 8 months in trading cards, whatever the genre. And people are frenzied, for want of a better word. So it doesn't surprise me. I know nothing about Pokemon cards. I know very little about Magic cards. And you know what? I'm calling the gang with that. But because it's not my cup of tea. But it is very interesting that corner of the rather large corner of the collecting realm is seeing the same trend.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's also in vintage, or as vintage as you get with those two products.
Yeah, no, it is very vintage kind of stock. And, funny enough, it's kind of like the four corners, right? You got Marvel cards, Star Wars cards, Magic Gathering, and Pokemon. And those are kind of like the four corners of like bigger IP, non-sport playing things going on right now. And a lot of the Marvel Masterpieces 1992 boxes have been selling. I've been watching that happen pretty closely, where these sealed boxes are being picked up. Not that you can pull anything super valuable from these boxes, but I think a lot of people are starting to do the whole box hoarding kind of locking it up type of thing, taking more product out of the market, which has been really interesting. Well, it was a huge segue basically to talk about how I've been changing a lot of my collector's goals as well, and looking at my collection and seeing where I want to expand and compress a little bit. I know you have been too, right, Ian?
Yeah, massively. Before I get onto that, I was reading a comment last night on the group. Actually, let me go back to it on Marvel Masterpiece Collectors MMC, which is experiencing. It's been bonkers since Marvel Masterpieces 20. We'll talk about that on the Marvel Masterpieces 2020 review episode that is coming, folks.
Yes.
Because we talked about it an awful lot. Land and all the ripples expand throughout the pond until we got into it. But I saw a fella yesterday, as we record on MMC, bought 4 of the sealed blister packs of Marvel Masterpieces 1996, which are I've got one that's opened that sits in my binder. It's beautiful. And so he's opening them one by one, and someone commented, when I can scroll down to it, where is it? What's going on? No, I can't operate Facebook. Tell me something I didn't know.
You can do this. You can do this. Yeah. Man. I believe in you.
Thank you. Why would you open them? I don't understand people sometimes. To which mine and a few other people's response was, why wouldn't you? And then he expanded on it. He said, plenty of old collectibles that were made for all sorts of things and no longer used that way. They become true collectibles that cannot be had anymore. At some point, when everyone's opened all of these and prices on sealed packs are high, I think you might appreciate not opening something, especially if you already have the whole set anyways, but maybe not. And I kind of see where he's coming from, because a sealed mint on card Star Wars Series 1 by Kenner, you would never open that. Okay, especially now. I mean, you did when you were a kid because you wanted to play with it, but right. Now you'd never open that.
No, you wouldn't do that.
But the interesting thing about that is that you can appreciate that figure without opening it. You can see it. You can't play with it, but you can see it. You can visually appeal it, and it's a satisfying thing. So I guess my immediate response to that is that it's very interesting that in most people in Marvel cards, even when they've got sealed boxes, I mean, some people do keep sealed boxes, but a lot of people, when they get old stuff like that, they open it because you can't see the product. You can't see it unless you open it. So I do think that's quite interesting. It's never occurred to me that someone who's on the wavelength of, if you buy an old toy, you always leave it sealed, would look at trading cards and think the same. Because I wouldn't have. So while I immediately said, open it, of course you would, his kind of, when he expanded on it, I was like, well, that's a very interesting point. So I think more people are now buying and speculating on the vintage stuff, whether it's Pokemon, whether it's Magic, Marvel Masterpieces 96. Marvel Masterpieces 96, I would argue, deserves to be seen. It's gorgeous. So
no, 100%. And I think, I'm very much, me personally, I would have bought one pack to open, have the experience, and one pack sealed as part of a collection thing. Because, and you're absolutely right? I mean, having a sealed pack, here's the thing, right? I think there's 3 stages of opening a pack, especially when it's vintage, right? The first stage is like, oh man, look at this thing I used to look at a card shop, wish I could have, and here's that pack, here's that physicality, here's it closed, right? Like appreciating the sealed product for the majestic, mysterious thing that it is, right? And then the second stage is the experience, right? You have a sealed pack, you're like, I'm never going to get this chance to open up a pack again. It's been years. I want to replay that nostalgic feel of this mystery of what pops out. And then the last stage is the collectability, right? You're searching for something. You're trying to find something. Having these kind of 3 stages of a sealed product, I think is fascinating that people deal with that on multiple levels of collectibles. Yeah, and I think it's really fun. Personally, I would want to have one sealed for as long as I could do it, just because there's a magic to that, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to open all of it. I know it's torture. I never had to experience, so I'm talking completely from nowhere.
I can't do it. Yeah.
I don't know how I would feel about it. No, yeah. I don't know how I would feel about it. I mean, but that's why people buy cases sometimes. I think that's the thing that's really fun about buying a case. And eventually I will do this when there's a masterpieces with Surfer in it. I'll definitely buy a case. But I think once you get your hit for that case hit and you don't need to hunt for anything else, you can kind of keep a box straggling behind, or an extra box or whatever. We actually have really cool group members, two brothers who are really nice, who I won't mention their name out there, but they actually bought a bunch of sealed cases, and they're opening up a box a month for different products, and they're just taking their time, and it's like a little monthly thing they do and get together as brothers and open up a box. And I'm absolutely in love with that idea, and I think that's so much fun. Luckily for us, they're showing it in the group and showing their pools. But I agree with you. I think everyone has their different opinions on what you do with a sealed product. But, I think more importantly, the 96 cards came out with no damage, right? They didn't stick together. They were really clean.
They were beautiful. Yeah.
They looked great, but I wasn't sure.
He got a double impact. And that's not the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. That's the...
He really did. Of who? Who was it?
Yeah. I think it might be in the Wolverine one. Wolverine on one side and
all of them are beautiful.
Spidey on the other.
Crazy.
I think. Yeah. I've only got two of the double impact. I think it's the one that I've got. They've gone up in price. They've really gone up in price.
Double impacts are crazy expensive. Yeah. Well, we have a friend of ours. No, I think double impacts have always been kind of expensive. They're the thing to buy. And that's, I've never seen them. I've never seen them lower than like $150 ever. Have you back in the day?
No, when I got mine, they were I got mine about 10 years ago. They were maybe about, I don't think I paid more than 50.
Lucky. Yeah, but they're pretty expensive now. For sure, they're expensive now. We do have a friend, or he's in the group, but he's also in Sketch Card Hive, and you know him too. I don't want to out him, but he's like doing a whole graded set for 96, and he's close. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I know you know who that is on Instagram. I've got no idea who that is in the group.
Oh man, I don't keep track of it, so I feel like I'll have to remember. It's in my DMs or whatever. I'll let you know. Super nice person.
Instagram names and real world names, two different things entirely.
Very true.
But, I've got no idea. It's been so long since it's just been the two of us. By the way, I love it.
Yes,
nice bit of Friday night. Friday night, just us, and your cat is behind you.
Yes,
again.
And my cat. Who's
cat on the pole.
Weird cat.
I've been experiencing something that a lot of people have had recently: parallel fatigue. I've dubbed it.
I love that. Hashtag parallel fatigue.
Hashtag parallel fatigue. So, someone we know very well, and I'm gonna mention it because he's been in the group selling them. So, Omega of Character Club.
Omega.
Really trimming down, and he started probably about 6 months ago and selling some of his parallel sets of Fleer Ultra X-Men and Marvel Annual, and he's still trimming back. And I was kind of thinking, I had a moment of clarity in the last 24 hours. So lovely as they are, and I know you really dig them, I don't need to own the full preliminary art set from Marvel Masterpieces 2018. I like them, but I don't need to own them. I mean, you could argue I don't need to own all of that stuff. But
you're not going to get that argument here.
No. I also don't need to own the purple parallel set. The only reason I went for that is because I wanted to get tier 4, and purple was the cheapest way of doing it. So then I started to backfill. So I'm probably about halfway through the purple set, and I'm probably about 20 cards shy of the full 90 card preliminary art PA set from Masterpieces 2018, and I think I've decided what I'm going to do.
Hit me. Tell me.
Nice and tight. I'm going to do as I always do, because I'm still about 12 cards short on Masterpieces 2016 of doing this. Tiers 1 to 3, base, Gold Sig, and What If is my usual thing with Marvel Masterpieces new sets, which I've done for 2018, and I'll talk about this on our Masterpieces review episode, but I am now well on the way, through the help of some glorious, gorgeous people, to achieving that on 2020. For 2018, I filled in Tier 4 with purple, but that's it, because the What Ifs are crazy expensive, and so are the Gold Sig, and so are the base,
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to... And then I got the Gallery, the Holofoil, the Battle Spectra. And I also, for 2018, got the Gold Gallery, because I love those gold borders.
They're great.
Oh, it's one of the best things about 2007 for me. Masterpieces 2007. It's the
beautiful.
Gold borders. Oh, they just make me sit up and beg. So at some point, I want to try and get those... Your face. I'm going to have some wine while you digest that.
Sit up and beg. Holy crap. Okay. All right.
Oh, it's like an
I'm
angel
gonna
crying
lock
on my
that
tongue.
one away. That's good.
So I'm going to try and backfill that and get the Gold Gallery for 2016, which won't be cheap, but I can do it, and I will get the Gold Gallery for 20, because I actually prefer the Gold Gallery to the canvas gallery, because on the canvas, because of the way they print it, the colours are a lot more muted, and you do lose a lot of definition of the artwork, and I've especially noticed that on 2020. So I think I'm going to part with my preliminary art set, much as I love it, and also part with my as far as I've got, tier 1 to 3, although the tiers don't, it's cards 1 to 81 are the purple. I think I'm going to part with them.
I think so. I think that's a good idea. I'm always for honing down a collection. I'm always for that. I know a lot of people usually miss things and all that other kind of stuff, but I don't know. I always, if I am able to put a theme on a collection, and it operates within that theme, I never regret letting go of the stuff that doesn't fit. Does that make sense?
No,
for me,
completely.
Yeah, that's this for me personally. That's just always been something that's made it a lot easier. I definitely want to, and I am thinking about having a full set of everything Marvel Masterpieces. I won't be doing the inserts like gold foil or what ifs. I might have one what if card or 9-sheet character card, and then just have the base set type of thing. Because I think that'd be kind of fun just to see every variation of a particular card. Mm-hmm. So I might do that down the road, 92, 93, 94, and just have a full library of all the Marvel Masterpieces, just because that tends to be the set I've always been infatuated with the most. Even though I like them all.
It is.
You can't, for me, I collect them all. So I can't do that, But I am going to have the black and white set. I know. See, I can't do that because that's just too much for me. But I do have the black and white set. So I have the sketchboard set from Marvel Creators Collection or Collection, which is 1998. So I have the full sketchboard set of that. And then I also have the full MM18 preliminary art set, which is the first time they did that, and they're continuing it in 2020. And I have the redemption card and a prelim for Mephisto, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. And and then I'll do the PA set from 2020 when I see it for the right price and get a full set like I did for 18. But and then I'll do tier 1 through 3 for 2020 when I find it, when I feel like doing it. But that's where I'm at too. That's where I'm kind of dwindling down to, and I'm selling all the other collectibles I have, like pops, other cards, other things, to kind of just go completely in with Marvel trading cards.
Well, my to be fair, I've been I've been kind of doing that as well. Just really trimming down on my retro video games, my comics, and just doubling down on the cards because this is what we do, and I love it.
At this point, yeah.
Have it any other way. But my view on things that I sell, which I took on the Black Cat sketches that I've just been parting with this week. Thank you to all those in the group who bought some.
I saw that. That's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean it's one of those points. Once you decide to let something go, it's actually really straightforward from that point. But my view on it has always been, and it was like this when I sold a load of my steelbooks last year, my sealed Korean limited edition ones, and it's been like this whenever I've sold other collectibles. Is I've owned it, I've enjoyed it, and I've always got that. I can always hold on to the fact that I owned it and enjoyed it, and that's quite a healthy way of looking at it. I think if you look at it any other way and regret stuff, then you drive yourself slowly mad. Not that we aren't already.
Fair.
So I've trimmed that down. I've already sold one of my Fleer Ultra X-Men parallel sets of e-packs, and I've sold both of my Marvel Annual blue parallels because I don't need them really. I'll just be happy with a regular set, thank you. I might not even keep the colour wheels.
Really?
I might not keep those either.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, the thing is, I've got to ship them. That's the other thing. They're on e-pack, so I got paid 25 cents a card. And when you're talking about a 100 card set, that's $25.
e-pack definitely puts it in perspective.
So I think, going forward, when I set build, I will probably just do inserts on e-pack. The base stuff I will just pick up elsewhere. Speaking of which, Marvel Anime, as we record, Marvel Anime has been out barely 48 hours, and we've both watched a fair few breaks, I'm sure. It looks really nice.
I like it. I love what they did with the holofoil. Like the two variations of the holofoil are really, really nice.
The mosaic and the blue moon, is it? Or the big
something moon and mosaic. Ultra, mosaic, and moon something. Yeah.
Moon.
Something moon for sure.
Moon. Blue moon. You saw me
standing there alone. Come on.
The words of this song. Let's have a sip of wine.
What movie do I think of when I think of Blue Moon?
American Werewolf in London.
No. I mean, I should. But there's another
Jenny Agutter
one.
in the shower.
No, that's not it either. Wrong song.
That's Van Morrison, isn't it?
Oh, Grease. Is it Grease? Where they're doing the dance stuff with John Travolta and they're doing Blue Moon and the guys like show their butts as a prank? Yes. Grease. Suck it. I'm getting older, but I knew what it was. I'm very proud.
Oh, okay. When you said that, I instantly thought, hang on, maybe it's the other movie around that time that had John Travolta in, of Carrie, where they're dancing before she goes completely mad and just kills them.
John Travolta's not in Carrie.
John Travolta is in Carrie.
Get the out of here. There's no way John Travolta's in Carrie.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm absolutely certain John Travolta's in Carrie.
I'm double checking this.
I can't check on my phone because I'm doing this by the 4G.
You're using the thing
because of the fact
I get
that
it. Yeah. No, I get it. Carrie. Not Carrie Coon. And where's the original Carrie? What the hell is this? Why is that buried? Carrie Horror. Come on, don't get
you on IMDb. You must be
damn
on
right.
IMDb.
Of course.
This is fascinating listening for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So welcome to the Marvel Card Collectors podcast. We Google things
all the time
while you're listening.
You are so welcome. I know how excited everybody is about this.
Are you there yet? Are you there?
Don't rush me, sir. 1976, Carrie came out. I am looking at the son of a bitch. Billy Nolan. He is Billy Nolan in Carrie. What the effing is that?
Before Grease hit. Mm-hmm.
There's that giant smile. I can't believe he was in Carrie. How did I not know he was in Carrie?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Anyway.
That's so embarrassing. That happened on
That is
air.
the segue of the week.
I don't care anymore.
That is the segue of the week. That's quite all right.
I want to talk about it.
Anime looks really good, but the reason I touched on it, we'll also do an anime review because I already have a base set on the way to me, care of a gorgeous member of the group, and I've already achieved the Black Cat Rainbow.
You beast.
I've done it because this very kind person in the group, in his 8 boxes, which is half an it's an inner basically, so it's half a case. He got a Peach Auto, and he's got a spare base set, and he's also got a spare base card of Black Cat. So there's basically 4 cards in the rainbow for Black Cat.
Holy crap!
Packs hits there might be. So there's the base. There's the Peach Momoko signed base, which is limited to 120 and then numbered.
Yes,
and then
which I like those. And those autographs, and those autographs that are out of 120 are the Japanese variants. So on the back, everything's written in Japanese.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Isn't that cool? I know, right?
Wow.
That's the one they were talking about. That's the Japanese variant. It happens to be the auto. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Ah. Well, the Hanafuda cards are Japanese on the back as well, but they're different artwork and characters.
Hanafuda. Yeah, and that's printed on black cardstock. Is that what it said?
Yeah. It's beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful.
I really like that set.
But and they're really tough pulls as well. So collecting and getting a set of those. Anyway.
Right.
And I've also, on eBay, I snapped up, because I've got some dollars in my PayPal from selling those Black Cat sketches. Ew. I snapped up the Blue Moon, and is it Blue Moon? We're going to call it the Blue Moon now. And the Mosaic, and they're on their way to me as well. So,
wow, man, you killed it.
But the reason I bring that up is because I want to get that base set in hand. I don't want to be sat there a year later with it still with 1,000 other cards waiting to ship for me from EPAC. Do you see what I mean? I want to have it now. And that's kind of going to be the way I go for the next few sets, I think. I'm just going to try and get the cards in hand. Because although I've got the Fleer Ultra X-Men set, I don't have the Fleer Ultra X-Men set. It's still sat in EPACs waiting for me to have it shipped.
You have a full Fleer Ultra X-Men set already?
Yeah, I got it ages ago. I've got the base, which is 200, but it's 150, then 5, kind of chase sets. So it's 200 cards. And then I had the silver parallel of that, which is another 200 cards. And then I had the rainbow parallel of that, which is another 200 cards. The rainbow is still sat on EPAC. I sold the silver. So I sold it and then transferred it to someone. And the base is still there. But I might part with the base and just keep the rainbow. So I'm not sure if I need 2 lots of 200 cards of that thickness.
I doubt it. I don't know. It depends how you collect, right? But like, I'm the same way. I wouldn't. No. Personally.
I've seen. Well, the thing is that there are more parallels than that on Fleer Ultra X-Men. I think there's about 6. And I've seen someone's shelves where they house the full set, including the metals and all the color variants of all the metals.
Holy crap.
It's just crazy. Yeah, it goes on for like, you need a separate room just for that set. So no, I think I'll be fine. Because I was thinking, why do I want to own it? I want to own a card that's really good quality and I want the artwork. Be it original, be it comic art.
Yeah.
So, that's why I want it. So I think I'm that's my trimming down.
Wow.
And what I'm aiming to do, going back full circle with masterpieces, is for 2016, 2018 I've achieved this now. But for 2016 and 2020, I want to have tiers 1 to 3, base What If, gold sig, and then I'll just have tier 4 purple, regular canvas. Canvas gallery, gold canvas. Oh, it's not canvas, it's gold gallery. And then regular holofoil, regular battle spectra. And I'm happy.
Love that. I really love that. That's wonderful.
And that just about fits in a 3-inch binder.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
So that's where I think I'm going, folks. But I thought that was interesting.
I think I'm going to want an MM18 tier 4 9 cards. I think I want the tier 4 base MM18 cards. I think I want them. I might have to hunt those down.
Stunning. the purple really pops.
I've seen really those. Those are really pretty. But I don't know. I think I want the full base set of that down the line for sure. That's something I'd definitely be interested in.
Well, I've got 11 preliminary art from 2020 already, but I think I'll stop there, including one of the tier 4 ones. But I think I'll bail on that. I mean, they're lovely, but I think I'm happy with just having the base What If and Gold Sig.
Maybe I'll pull them off of you if I decide to go for it.
Well, we'll have a chat. Dude.
Yeah.
It's a shame I could have put them in the box that I sent you the other day.
I did. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on it. So I don't.
Well,
yeah, I'm not sure on it. So
let me know.
Out loud.
So, you know what? Well, it's because it's just the two of us today. I haven't even looked at having who's our artist intro. Of course, the listeners would have already heard it.
Yeah.
This should have prepared this a bit more, shouldn't we? Really.
Not really.
Shall we have? Who should we have? You know what? Because I'm so unprepared, we're going to do. You know what? Well, let's have J Lynn. Let's have J Lynn at the top. J Lynn Warner.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Did my signal break up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 second.
I dreamed a dream, I ate ice cream. I dreamed a dream, it was vanilla. I dreamed I owned a football team. I dreamed that it was Aston Villa.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Beautiful. So sorry.
Did you just stop to write something down?
Yeah, I had an important email. So sorry.
Oh.
Work weekend, baby.
Did you hear my hold music?
I did hear it for a little bit, and then it broke out because I muted.
Oh,
so I can concentrate on typing.
Oh,
but I'm sure it was beautiful. I'm sure it was gorgeous.
Well,
it just
maybe our listeners will hear that anyway. Because I haven't done any prep.
Distracted when I listen to you sing. I want to be in this space where I can completely embody it, and feel your music.
Yeah. Bless you, dear.
Just that kind of guy.
People, because I'm so unprepared for this episode, I haven't pulled up the details of anyone. So we're going to reuse an intro. We're going to reuse the glorious intro from J Lynn Warner, friend of the show and just all-round nice guy. So you can find him at Art of J Lynn Warner on Facebook and at JL Warner 72, I want to say, on Twitter and Instagram. I might be wrong on those. Anyway, it'll be in the tasting notes. So Jay, you're on the show. You didn't know it, but you're on the show. We do have some artist intros that we do need to get to, but because we've been doing so many interviews, we're kind of a bit behind on them. But we've got some glorious ones there, waiting in the wings. In fact, I had a new one this week.
Ooh, hello.
I will send it over to you.
Fine.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So.
There's
been
Studio.
Oh, I love that song.
Isn't it great?
Isn't it
so
great?
Good.
Can I just say, Phil Collins is one of my guilty pleasures.
He's the best.
Along with Huey Lewis in the News.
Oh, so good. It's funny. I was just watching American Psycho, and I was like, man, this music's so good. So good. Such a perfect movie. But yes, I love Phil Collins. What?
Phil Collins. I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Oh, nice. Very good, sir. Very good.
At this point, I will probably splice in, and we'll get sued for it, the drum fill from In the Air Tonight. Did you ever see the TV advert in the UK for Cadbury's chocolate? No, you wouldn't have, actually.
Yeah, no, I was in UK. And no, of course not, man. How would I hear that?
Well, I don't know. It's the kind of
unbelievable.
It's the modern day, and that would have quite happily gone viral. It was a gorilla playing the drums, and he was drumming to that.
Well, now I want to see it. That sounds really cool.
It's so cool. It's so cool. Anyway, we'll put that on the tasting notes.
Yeah.
Since we last spoke, there's been a couple of set announcements, but the other announcement I want to talk about is the fact that EPAC is about to have its long-awaited upgrade.
Finally.
It was on the news section, and I got an email, but it still hasn't happened, and that was about a week ago. But EPAC 2.0 is coming.
Exciting.
My understanding, based on what we were told by Jason Mashera, good evening, Jason, and colleagues at Upper Deck on various interviews we've had with them, is that I don't think the back-end functionality, as in the core functionality, will kind of change because it's quite a complicated system. But I think a lot of the user experience front-end functionality will change.
Yeah, the interface.
In terms of making it easier. So I don't know if there'll be an awful lot in the way of additional features, is my guess. But apparently it's going to be a lot more user-friendly.
That'd be nice. Hopefully they're working their way towards an app of some sort, but I'm absolutely on board.
I don't think it's possible with the platform they've got, with the tech stack that it's built on.
They definitely have to do an app. I mean, they can't.
Well, no, that's the thing. Jason pretty much said, if you remember, Jason pretty much said that it wasn't possible.
To do an app?
Yeah, it is quite a fundamental thing. If you don't build the original system with app functionality in mind, rebuilding it from the ground up is hugely expensive and complicated. And I think the company that if I remember correctly, the company that built EPAC are actually a company that do financial trading platforms.
You're right.
So it's not the kind of thing that appifies, if you know what I mean. But I'm sure they'll be very happy when the upgrade is done. Oh dear.
Happy.
Oh dear. I'm gonna have another sip of wine. It's that kind of show, folks.
It's that kind of show. All right.
Oh dear. Right. Spank me on the bottom and call me Susan. So we've had two set announcements happen. The first one, which yesterday, which I'm not going to go into massive detail on now because we don't know much, as in they haven't released any images. But it was Marvel Black Diamond. Which we heard whispers of for a long time. Turns out it's going to be an MCU set, like properly high end.
So and Black if you Diamond are familiar with sports cards, Black Diamond is very much a high end premium thing. I think I posted that it was like one pack, so it's going down the premier route. Yes. And I don't think you're guaranteed an auto. I'm not entirely sure. I think you possibly have an auto, something like that.
Guaranteed either an exquisite or a diamond. That's it. So basically, the whole thing about it is it's one of these sets that has like manufactured diamonds in the card. And I believe some of the cards have just diamonds in. Some of them have diamonds and autographs, and then some of them are just autographs. There is a base set, which is 100 cards. I believe that's only 149 of each of those. So think Marvel
Everything's
Premier.
Numbered. Yeah, everything's kind of numbered. Marvel, super high end. So it's definitely a mix of Marvel Premier with Marvel Masterpieces tier and numbered and all that kind of good stuff. I am interested to see what they do with who they get to sign, because we've seen a list already, and list has Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans. I don't see Tom Holland. I don't see Benjamin Cumberbatch. I don't see a lot of people on there. So I'm wondering what's happening. Did they update it?
Yeah, no, there aren't even on that list. Elizabeth Debicki, who was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at the beginning, she's on the signers list, and that got a lot of people excited because obviously she's been in other stuff.
Is she the Guardian for the Adam Warlock character? She's like one of the. She's like
dressed in gold at the beginning. Yeah.
So she's like the high counsel of the Adam Warlock thing or whatever.
I believe so. And then there's also I think she was in Tenet, the Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, she's been in tons of stuff. Yeah. She's big name.
Such a good film, by the way. Such a good film.
Oh, you already saw Tenet? Did that come out?
Oh God, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
it came out about. Worth risking catching coronavirus to go to the cinema? Absolutely, yes. If it's the last movie you see in the cinema before you die of fluid on the lung, then absolutely worth a trip. absolutely worth a trip. There's only 3 people in the cinema, so I was.
Why'd you come risk watching Tenet today? Marvel Card Collectors told me it was going to be so worth it.
Yeah, if you like Christopher Nolan films, especially if you like Inception and the conceit, because you have to go with his films, you have to concentrate as well to know what's going on. So if you can do that, and if you can buy into the concept, you are massively rewarded. But if you really got to concentrate, like all of his films,
right, and a stellar,
but it is beautifully made, and it is Christopher Nolan doing James Bond time travel movie.
You can't beat that.
That
is the mashup.
It's fantastic. Yeah, and Kenneth Branagh playing another Russian gangster, which he seems to spend all his time doing these days. So more power to you.
We all have things we like.
Anyway, but Marvel Black Diamond, we will talk about that in more detail. But the one I wanted to talk about tonight, this afternoon, wherever you're listening, is Marvel X-Men Metal Universe.
Marvel Metal X-Men Universe.
In fact, that isn't exactly the full title. Sorry, no.
Yeah, we're going to get you the full title.
This is the mouth.
It is 2021 Upper Duck.
Upper Duck.
Upper Duck. Okay. What? Are you reading something else? 2021 Upper Deck Marvel X-Men Metal Universe trading cards. Actually, you were spot on. So you kind of killed it.
Yes, because I'm reading it from the sell sheet.
Oh, I thought you were trying to be cool. And
No. I'm reading it, and I also had to type it when we did the preview for the podcast. Upper Duck. I do quite like the fact that they're all quackers.
And they're all ducks. Howard the Duck is the main character, of course, of the set, and it's part of the Duck universe.
Yeah. Please, everyone who works at Upper Deck, do trading cards of you as ducks. Yeah, sure, and we'll get right on that. Anyway, so 2021 Marvel X-Men Metal Universe Trading Cards, which is its full title, crazily enough, merges throwback-inspired etched foil background base and parallel designs with new thematic technology and inserts to showcase characters from the X-Men universe. And breathe. It looks really good. Basically, it's a Marvel Metal which came out in 95.
Yes,
and 95. has been the kind of format for the precious metal gem cards in a lot of recent sets. Yeah. This is a Marvel Metal set basically, so it is another one of the old 90s brands that Upper Deck have taken the ball and run with. I was absolutely certain they were going to do Marvel Universe next. But no.
I mean, technically, they did a Marvel Universe. Just happens to be the metal subset.
I suppose, yeah. Actually, it does say Marvel Metal Universe. They've merged them. Good spot. They've merged the Marvel Metal and the Marvel Universe brands.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it was never referenced. Maybe it was never under the Marvel Universe. Maybe it was always its own thing.
Marvel Metal was its own thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't Marvel Metal X-Men, right? It was Marvel Metal.
No. It was just Marvel Metal. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a Surfer Marvel Metal, so I know it's just not X-Men.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
There's a black.
Maybe they put that underneath it. I wonder why they did Marvel Universe there. That's interesting.
Metal Universe.
I love it.
Anyway, it looks really cool. It's basically
it looks
really
very cool. There's
cards.
A lot of inserts,
lots of coloured parallels, I imagine. So there's a 100-card base set. So basically, what we're doing, folks, we will put the link to this on the tasting notes. But there is a sell sheet from our friends at Upper Deck. Sorry, you've got me going on that now. We will put the link to that, which can also be found on the Go GTS website. If you're not into opening links and stuff, you can see a lot of the card images on Cardboard Connection. So you could also go there. So we'll probably flip between the two, but at least we're agreeing on one thing we're looking at. So the sell sheet.
You know how Ian is.
Yeah.
So it's a 100-card base set with a 100-card high series featuring some of the most iconic characters from the X-Men universe. Maybe that's why the universe is there. So it says collect all 6 types of hobby parallels. So we have gold.
Are you on the sell sheet? What are you reading now?
Go GTS. Are you kidding me?
I'm reading the sell sheet. not the Go GTS website.
I'm reading the. Okay, you want to read the pictures in the sell sheet.
No, there's writing below them.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mess with me. Please be gentle.
I'm sorry. I'll be gentle. Go ahead. Go for it.
Where did we get to? So yeah, collect all 6 types of parallels, given the conversation we had at the top of the show.
Yes.
Anyway, including numbered parallels such as red and green PMGs and purple parallels numbered to 1.
Ooh.
Okay, so 1 of 1. Make that noise again.
Hot, right? I know.
I'm so glad I'm sat down.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness me. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You might have to do that so I can have it as my text tone on my phone.
That one. I can do this all day. The more attention I get, the better. So this is fine by me.
Oh my goodness. You are reincarnated from a cat.
I do wish it was original art. The art that they've shown so far is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it does look really well fitted for the card.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish it was original art. I don't think any of the inserts have original art on them. Do they, Ian?
I don't believe so. I'm only on page 1 of the sell sheet, however, and I've not properly read it yet. So we'll find out. What I do like is the Skybox logo.
100%.
On the top left of each card. Although,
Yes.
I'm sure. Having said that, I look at the different colours, and on some of them, it just kind of feels in the way, and some of them it looks okay. So I'm not sure. Maybe it'll be there, maybe it won't. But it's interesting. It's not the Upper Deck logo on the front. So that's obviously that'll be on the back, no doubt.
No doubt.
Usual custom
little hologram,
but it's there.
baseball diamond.
But what I like about it, I do like the inserts. Here we go. Yes, there is new imagery. It says on page 2 of the sell sheet in big letters.
Page 2.
So let's go. First of all, we'll do the Palladium cards, die-cut acetate cards with a modern twist. Not sure. I mean, they look cool. They're kind of like oval shaped, landscape oval.
So those are actually a callback to the not X Century. It's the ones from Fleer Retro 2013. Remember those? The TI, whatever they're called. Remember that set?
No,
you remember?
No, I didn't go for that set. The Marvel Retro set's completely passed me by. You're going to walk away now and get something from your case, aren't you? Leaving me to talk to the listeners. Listeners, he often does this to me. He walks away. He leaves me. He uses me and abuses me and throws me away like a useless piece of rubbish. I'm going to have some more wine while I wait for him to come back.
I'm so glad you said rubbish because I was worried you're going to say something else. All right, so here it is.
I can't see it because of the light shining on it. It's so shiny. Okay, so it's an oval. Is it see-through?
Yes, absolutely. Hello. Sees my finger.
Okay, interesting.
Look, this is me behind it. Hello. Oh, the light's there.
I've never seen one of those before in my life.
Yeah, so this is from Fleer Retro 2013, and this is the TI insert, and has the Skybox logo. It's see-through and very cool looking, and one of my favorite inserts for sure. Yeah, and they did quite a few of them, so it's pretty nice. This one's in pretty good shape too. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, there it is. So these have existed, and they're very nice and completely transparent. Okay. So my hope for the next insert that you're going to let us know what it is.
All right. So this one is the Platinum Portrait, and this is a classic trading card design with new imagery, stippled designs forming character portraits. So I'm not sure what the material is. It hints at metal. Maybe
my
it's metal.
hope is that it's transparent, like it's a cut. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's transparent because that's why I'm assuming they're featuring both these inserts. The other insert that's also transparent next to it, which is why I wanted to show it to you. So I'm not entirely sure.
Interesting.
But hey, either way, it's new and pretty exciting. And there is
cool.
foil to the character's name. So I'm pretty excited about that.
So the next insert, we're on page 3 now. I like this. This is the one I like the look of. Planet Metal. Planet Metal. I mean,
you don't get more 90s than that.
You don't get more 90s than that. It's where Ozzy Osbourne's lived for the last 60 years. Planet Metal. Throwback retro design printed on metal. So this is the metal. I knew there was a metal insert here. Copper, platinum, and gold parallels all featured limited numbering. There's an aluminium as well. So it looks like the aluminium's base, then there's copper, platinum, and gold. So there's four different. Yeah.
Wow.
That's nice.
Oh, no. It's aluminum, copper, platinum, and gold. My mistake. I misheard. Yeah.
No, sorry. You guys say aluminum, but you miss out several syllables. It's actually aluminium if you look at the word. I do find it weird that Americans say aluminum.
How dare you,
when
sir?
It's clearly aluminium.
Okay. It's aluminum. No,
aluminum.
Obvious.
Aluminum.
No.
Okay, let's push on. So page 4. Now I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I think it's geodes. Geodes.
No, it's Jado. Okay, Ian. That's how we do it in America.
Okay,
it's Geo. Just messing with you. Geo.
Inspired Shadowbox cards. Geode inspired Shadowbox card. So I'm not sure what a geode is, that it could inspire a Shadowbox card, but it's a Shadowbox card.
Well, a geo is a type of rock. So you have the type of rock there. I think. Well, where are you looking at exactly?
Page 4 of the cell sheet on the left.
I see it. Yeah, so a geode is inside of a rock, of a special type of rock. It's crystallized inside. So there's various different types of geodes and stuff like that, but it's a geode. And
so not like Dwayne Johnson. Different type of
No. You don't. If you look inside Dwayne Johnson, you would not find a crystallized center. You would find rainbows and unicorns because he is a majestically beautiful
all sorts of gorgeousness. He's a beautiful.
It is kind of cool that it's a shadow box though, because that's going to look really interesting. And hopefully it's cut too, so it doesn't have corn. No, it looks like it has corners. I'm not sure, but it looks awesome. Yeah. So it's going to be a thick card for sure. And then there's a short print and an even shorter short print.
SSP, baby.
SSP, baby. The real logistic stuff.
You know what? So far, I mean, the Planet Metal are just bowling me over. I'm so glad that Black Cat isn't an X-Man or an X-Woman.
Yeah, you lucked out there.
Because I can't. You know, after anime and Marvel Masterpieces 2020.
No, you've been hit pretty hard.
Yeah. And I think she's probably going to be Ages. There's going to be some good stuff in Ages and Annual.
You're going to get double hit on that.
So so I'm quite glad that she's not going to be in this or Black Diamond.
I'm definitely going to go into the Marvel Metal. I think I'm going to find an X-Men and hunt down a character for sure.
Well, weren't you into? Was it Moon?
So for Fleer Ultra, I wanted to do a character because I got into that set kind of late. And there's this really beautiful card of Moonstar by Brian. His last name is Rood. Not sure how you pronounce that. Road?
Rude.
Whoa. Rude. I always say it weird, but Rude. And he's actually a Star Wars artist. Well, he's an artist, period, but he does a lot of Star Wars pieces. Mm-hmm. And he did Moonstar and one other person. And I just found that Moonstar to be absolutely gorgeous.
That's right.
So I did the full rainbow of that. I still need a pack inserted sketch. But yeah, I did that one because of the artwork. And I like Moonstar a lot. But I don't know. I might pick an X-Men and go for this set. I always like the Marvel Medals. I think they're pretty. So I might do that.
Wait and see what the artwork is. Because if that's how you go, rather than choosing the character, then
no. If something doesn't call out to me, then I won't go for it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm loving the look of it for sure.
I mean, if they do anything Powers of X, that might tempt me to just go for a particular character. I'm very, very taken with the Powers of X, Professor X look. You know, that X helmet that he wears.
Yeah, that's a really cool.
I really like that.
Pretty good aesthetic.
Yeah, I mean, I could quite happily PC that in a big way.
I can see that.
But yeah, no, it's cool, which is why I'm looking forward to Marvel Annual, because it's going to have that. So I'm not sure if this set will have that or if it will be more throwback stuff. This next one, purely periodic. which sounds like something Mary Poppins would say. Purely periodic. Unique numbering format drawing inspiration from the periodic table of elements.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, wow. They're really rare. So you have 12s of 12. Oh, that's fascinating.
Oh, I see. So based on where they are. Yes, I do. Yes.
Yes. So based where they are on the periodic table, I believe, I could be wrong about that, shows their limit, how limited they are. We've seen examples of this kind of special numbering with Fleer Ultra Spider-Man, from my memory, with the X Sentry, with depending on what their listed number on is. Like if it's Spider-Man, the first card in the first set, he would have a 1/1 variant in purple or red. I forget what it was now.
It was purple.
It was purple. So now for periodic table, you have where they are located on the periodic table. I believe that is their numbering, their serial number, how many there are. So like Deadpool has 3 of 3, and he is lithium. And then you have Domino, who's 31 out of 31. And you have Jean Grey, who's magnesium, which is 12 of 12. Mercury, which is gentle.
Gentle. Never heard of Gentle.
His name. I've never heard of Gentle either. He looks cool, actually.
He does. He looks like a Tron version of Luke Cage.
Yeah.
This is the only way I can sum up that image.
It glows in the dark. I'm always a fan. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, so 80 out of 80. Good. Jean Grey's 12 out of 12. And Domino, what is that? What
Gallium.
What? Gallium. Oh, it's a G.
Yeah, of course.
Gallium. Yeah. Gallium. And that's 31 out of 31. I really like this set. I'm hoping it's like translucent in a way with the colors. That's not just a flat color.
Yeah, because it does. That's the thing. On the sales sheet, it looks quite flat. But you know, as I do, that when you see these on the sales sheet and when you see them in real life, I mean, having seen the Marvel Anime base, just the base cards and how beautiful they are with the little silver squares on them.
Upper Deck's got to do videos on EPAC so we can see, or where we should be doing videos, which we try to show you guys what these cars look like.
I believe that we could have in fact, by the time this goes up, it's probably all going to be out there. A box opening of anime.
Yeah.
Don't you have your boxes coming?
Yeah, so that's coming Monday.
Oh.
So we'll have an opening of anime, and we're going to do the close-ups this time around too, and spend some time on the cards. You know, I know a lot of people look for hits, so it'll be a little bit of a longer video. It's only one box, but that way people can see the variations and take it in. I don't know, take the time. So I'll be doing that for our channel for sure. And
much as I like, much as I like the longer box breaks, there was one the other day of 2 cases of Marvel Anime.
Yeah.
And I watched the first hour. I finished work. I went and I spent some time with my family. We had dinner. I bathed and read my daughter a bedtime story. I had my shower. I came back and she was still going.
I felt bad for her.
And I was like, "Why, get on?" And she did slow down at the beginning, but by the end she was just moving through and just playing hits.
Poor woman's been there for 2 hours. Yeah,
I know, but I didn't feel too bad for her.
She gave us a shout out.
Yeah. Oh, did she? Ali from Titan Cards. She was dressed as Black Cat. So from my money, it was the best experience ever. Anyway,
we should have her on the show.
We shall. I've already mentioned it to her.
Oh, look at you already on top of it, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This man.
By the way,
I'm excited about
this. Huh? By the time people hear this, they would have heard Simone Bianchi on this show.
How cool is that?
It's just occurred to me that this will go up after.
Oh wow! Simone. I'm so excited for everybody.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite episodides, hands down so far.
It is, and you wait until episode 75, people. holy nuts!
People are gonna freak.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah, people will literally to where they stand when they see who's on episode 75.
So true.
If they're in the street, I apologize.
Yeah, please do it in the privacy of your home.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, guys. No, and this person was absolutely lovely and super awesome as well.
Yes.
So we've been really lucky that the people in this hobby are cool. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Really nice.
No. It's a good year. It's a good year.
Anyway, good year, mate.
Right. So let's go on page 5.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, I'm channeling my inner Jason Statham. I'll have you know. All, all new Arc World and Blast Furnace. So, metal-inspired designs printed on patterned rainbow foil board. We had me at hello on that. Look for SPs. So I love rainbow pattern stuff. This is why I'm probably going to keep the rainbow parallel on Fleer Ultra X-Men. Discover cut comic cards with comic clippings from the Silver, Bronze, and Copper Age. Oh, that's something different. Okay, sorry, that's just written below. They don't show you pictures of those, so we'll just focus on the Arc World. So the Arc World, a landscape, and they've just got loads of kind of
sparks
flying out from the character. From behind,
metal-inspired designs.
Yeah, but it's going to be patterned rainbow. So can you imagine what that's going to?
It's going to pop. That's going to look really three-dimensional.
That's going to look
very cool.
And they've got Storm and Dazzler here, and then the middle one is Blast Furnace, and that. You know what? Weirdly, about the weird thing about that is it looks like a Magic card or similar CCG. There's something about the frame that they've got it in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's got a frame around the card with kind of like a plaque at the top. This is Blast Furnace. Yeah. And it looks like it. I mean, it's Magneto, but it looks like it's got a flame background. So again, that's going to pop
for sure. No, and you know what's really cool about the Furnace one is that inner border has that kind of burning metal look.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to have like a little glowing effect if it's foiled, right? It's going to look a little more like popish. So just like the sparks on the other ones. Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Man, I just noticed something. Damn.
Go. Tell me.
So not only are there original sketch cards, but it gets worse. There are 1995 Marvel Metal bag-backs.
Oh, no. That's going to hurt us both, isn't it? So we're both in for this set. Because Black Cat was in that set twice.
Surfer was in here too.
Damn. And with the regular. And I think Surfer was as well.
He was. And there's variations too, just like with Flair. Damn.
Okay. Let's. Thank you.
This is so good. Everyone can hear how depressing it is to be a character collector because this is exactly what happens.
Because I was looking at this, this set thinking, oh yeah, I've no, I mean, obviously at some point down the road, I'll pick up a base set maybe. You know what I mean?
Maybe pick up a card or something for funsies. But now we have to keep a watchful eye out.
Well, we do. Thing is, with me, I would say, no, it's fine. I'll be fine. I'll give that one a miss. And then, anime is a prime example.
Of course,
it drops, and already I've got a base set on the way.
I bought a box of them anime. I never buy boxes, so we're totally in.
That is Peach and original art. So
Peach is so nice. By the way, she says that she would have loved to come on the show. She's worried about language barrier stuff and all that kind of good stuff, but she definitely likes us, and she's so happy that we're enjoying the cards. You know what I mean? Which I think I've mentioned before, but her manager Yo have been very kind and super
Peach
sweet.
Is delightful. Peach is delightful.
She's amazing. So kind.
What we might do, listen, let's have a chat about that, because it could be that we do something whereby we maybe submit some questions and they're submitted back to us. The answers.
Think that's a good idea.
That takes her off the spot. In terms of language stuff,
right?
So we'll have a chat. We'll have a chat about that.
That's a good idea.
Love to do that. And it may
I'd love to hear what her experience was for the set. I don't think we should pass up that. Yeah, you're right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that might be a way of doing it. And it might be that Yo will maybe come on for a little bit if he's more comfortable.
Yeah.
With I'm not sure where he's from. Not sure where he's from, but he's a lovely fella. Anyway, so it does have buybacks from 95 Marvel Metal. It does have 1/1 original art sketch cards, so that's fine. But it also has comic cards with comic clippings from the Silver, Bronze, and Copper Age. So that means if they're X-Men titles, even if they're X-Men titles, one of our characters could be in there.
I doubt Surfer will be somewhere to appear. I hope, but maybe Black Cat? Maybe. Like Deep Cut?
I can't remember it being in an X-Men comic, but then
There's one X-Men cover with the Surfer on it that when I remember seeing it as a kid, because X-Men were my favorite outside of the Silver Surfer. And I remember seeing it as a kid and I was like, that's so cool. That Surfer's there. And I was like flipping out. I don't remember the issue, but I know what the cover looks like. But I highly doubt it. I mean, they missed that for 80th. Like they had Infinity Gauntlet and they cut up a huge Infinity Gauntlet thing. And there was a mention of a Surfer by Adam Warlock that I lost that card that just vanished, but no Surfer. So I think they're cutting around band characters.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
Yeah, I think there had to be deliberately doing that because it never popped up, and I'm pretty sure I would have seen it.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Either way, if there's one element of the set I go for, it may be the comic cuts because I love comic cuts.
They're great. They're the best.
I just love them. I really love them. So I think that, you know what, that's enough because all those parallels. So let's have a look at the box hits.
Yes.
You've got. So it doesn't give the format on here, but I believe it does on the configuration. So it's going to be estimated release date on this is January 15, 2021. Product configuration is 6 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, and 12 boxes per case. Okay, no mention of halves or inners here, so it just says 12 boxes per case. So, you know, who knows? 12 boxes, 12 packs, 6 cards. So you will get 12 by 6. You'll get, I can't do my sums. How many is that? 12 by 6, 72. You'll get 72 cards in a box. That's not too bad.
That's a lot.
That's all right.
Pretty good.
It's okay. I don't know how thick they're going to be, but the PMGs are not as thick as
shadow boxes or any of these
shadow
other
boxes.
cards.
No, shadow boxes. Yeah, the thing is, I think they'll be thinner than like Masterpieces and Fleer Ultra X-Men, though. So
the shadow boxes?
No, the regular cards I'm thinking of at the moment.
I don't know if they're premium. Yeah, I wonder if they will be.
That's the thing. Marvel Metal was thicker for the 90s, but it wasn't like modern thickness.
No, it wasn't Flair. So it wasn't Flair thick. It was like half of that, right? From my memory. Like Metal was slightly thicker because of the texturing, but it was like maybe half of what Flair was. Right?
Don't know. It was certainly thicker than like the base cards from Marvel Masterpieces or Marvel Universe, that's for sure.
Yes. For sure. I'm 100% okay backing that up.
I mean, it was sturdy. If someone threw one at your face, you know about it.
You go to the hospital for sure.
Possibly, yeah.
No, just kidding.
So I got Marvel metalled. So in one of those boxes, you will get 3 gold parallels, 1 numbered base or high series parallel from the following: either a green PMG numbered to 10, a red PMG, interesting, numbered from 11 to 100.
That might be a typo.
Wow. Wouldn't that be interesting, though, if it was 1 to 100, but the first 10 were green and then the rest were red? That's an interesting mix. That's a very interesting mix. Because if you're a character collector, that means you've got to dip in. Well, you dip in twice anyway for the green and the red. But yeah, maybe that is a typo. Who knows?
But that would be kind of cool if the numbering was that. So there's 100 total PMG. The first 10 are green. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And then it says pink parallel. And I'm not sure if that's the purple PMG. No, pink parallel. What is pink parallel for?
I'm not sure. Let me go. I'm lost already. Let me go back up to the top. So you've got all 6 types of parallels, including numbered parallels such as red and green PMG and purple parallels. So it doesn't list them all out. That's the thing. It just says collect all 6 types of parallel.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back.
And the numbered base and the high series parallel, they do look different design-wise. So if you go to the first page, you have the iconic metal logo that fits the full bottom of the card, and then the other one is a bar, and then the metal logo is smaller. And we've seen renditions of this design back in the Marvel Metal series, so you get both. So they already exist for sure. Anyway, keep going, brother. Sorry.
That's all right. That's quite all right. Then you've got, this one makes me laugh, 2 grandiose parallels.
Grandiose.
This set, Upper Deck, this set is so grandiose. 2 grandiose parallels. You know what? Having read all of that, I'm still not sure what a grandiose parallel is. So let me go back up to the top. What's a grandiose parallel? I don't see the word grandiose anywhere.
No, I think it's just a descriptor. So like the platinum portrait cards is grandiose. The Geodudes, the Geodude, the whatever the Geos are grandiose.
Yeah.
Geodudes is from Pokemon. My mistake. And then we have the last one. That's so funny. And then the last one, of course, is the Palladium card. Palladium.
Interesting.
And the Palladium's the ones that are that die cut with the character portraits. Is that what that is?
Yes.
No, this is the
no.
It's the other one. It's the translucent. It's the ones that look like the cards from Fleer Retro 2013.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Like that's the one I thought you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, my mistake. Yeah,
it's one of those. Chase hits. So it's got chase hits, not case hits. I'm wondering if that's a typo. It must be a typo. Yeah, chase hits. It can't be. It's got to be case. Anyway, who knows? 95 Marvel Metal buybacks. 1 of 1 base or high series purple parallel. Base or high series. That's interesting. Okay. So there's a high series. Platinum portrait. Geodes SSP shadow box cards, comic cuts, Planet Metal gold parallel, and original art sketch cards. It's a big set.
It's a massive set. Is this big?
Going on
bigger than Fleer Ultra X-Men?
No, but it's probably not far off it. Might be. I don't know. I haven't done the sums. I mean, I imagine once you put together the different parallels, yeah. But there's not many, like, obviously, because some of them are 1 of 1. So, yeah, it's a big one. It's very well designed. It looks really cool. It looks nice. If you're an X-Men fan, it's going to tick all the boxes. If you're a Marvel Metal fan, it definitely ticks all the boxes. I like it.
The variety of inserts are awesome. They're interesting. There's some inventive ones here. It's definitely a fun set. I wish it was original art, but it can't always be that way. I understand. I think the insert that I'm the most excited about, and then I definitely want to know what you're the most excited about too, Ian, is I think I'm the most excited about Planet Metal.
Yeah, Planet Metal's really, really wetting my whistle. And I'm really interested to see what these Arc World ones are like. You know, the ones with the rainbow?
Yes,
with the rainbow full effect. Cool. That I think they're going to look really, really tasty. You know what? I'd be, like I said, you know, with other things, I'd be more than happy just to have a regular base and just like the easier chase, just to have a little taste of it. But I won't wade in deep because I'm not a big X-Men collector. But you know, I like to at least have at least a base of most sets because you know I like to collect sets. So. Yeah,
I think that's a good idea. I like it. I think it's really cool. And the cool thing about metal cards and the tradition of Marvel Metal is that all the cards are always super textured, very interesting looking, have a lot going on in terms of how they're printed and the effects that they have on them. And, you know, they're kind of selling it as this throwback inspired etched foil background base and parallel designs. Yeah. You know what I mean? New thematic technology and inserts to show characters from, you know, the X-Men universe. So, I mean, they're definitely going all in with making this a very kind of new technology, cutting edge printing type of set. So my expectations are pretty high at this point.
Your expectations. I like what you did there.
Huh? I was hoping you'd catch it. I was going to repeat, but good.
No, that's good. Know. That wasn't at all grandiose, dear.
Oh, look at us on point. I love it.
It would have been perfect then if you'd have just said enjoy collecting and we could have ended the episode, but no.
Don't worry. Enjoy collecting, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast. Visuals and tasting notes for each episode can be found on our Facebook page. You can subscribe and leave us a voicemail via our home on anchor.fm/MCCP. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms. Please take a second to subscribe, like, and review our show wherever you get your podcasts. Our podcast can be found by Googling at the MCC Pod, which will also find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Our Facebook community is at MCCW, Marvel Card Collectors Worldwide, and MMC, Marvel Masterpieces Collectors. The great music we use is called Rocket Power by Kevin MacLeod. Thanks to the collectors, artists and creators who support the Marvel Cards Fan Collective. We'll see you next time, and remember, it's a small hobby but a fun one. Make mine Marvel and enjoy collecting.